The Joe Rogan Experience.
You got to give Trump some credit for bringing peace to a part of the world where, that's been worse since Moses had a parting of the ways with the Pharaoh.
Yeah, and it was a lot. They had to give up a lot, right? They had to give up. How many Palestinian prisoners did they have to give up?
250? And a lot of them are,
those poor Israelis that have been there for 2 years, and what has happened to those people during that time? Can you imagine being an Israeli prisoner and you're in Gaza
starving.
And they're just starving and
digging
they're
your own grave.
shelling the fuck out of that place for 2 years and never thinking you're going to get home to see your family again.
Fuck.
So are they released now? Have they been released?
All 20 living hostages have been released. Some of them are in really bad condition, so they don't want to show them on the camera because they've got to be
starving to death.
Yeah, they're right in the hospital.
Well, they're probably never going to be the same again.
No.
That's the thing about starving to death. Is like your organs have massive damage. Like,
yes.
I knew this guy.
But Hollywood's quiet.
His dad had been captured in Vietnam and tortured and starved, and he was never the same again physically. Even after he came back and put the weight back on, his body was fucked up.
Yeah.
From the torture, and from the starvation,
and
too.
the stress, man.
Yeah, everything. It's just amazing that he survived.
No sunlight, living in a tunnel for 2 years.
Well, whatever Trump had to do this, what's fascinating is watching people's reaction where they don't want to reluctantly give him credit for it.
Yeah.
Because it's not just this. He's negotiated multiple peace agreements between African countries that have been at war for decades.
Yep.
And this is just one more that he's done on top of that. And it's like people can't get past what they think of him in terms of the bluster or maybe the Epstein files or there's look, there's no perfect person that's going to be president. And to pretend it's Barack Obama is crazy.
Yep.
If you really look at Barack Obama's his legacy and what he actually brought to the United States in terms of punishment of whistleblowers, drone deaths, some fucking crazy number, like plus 80% of the people killed by drones were innocent.
Incredible.
There's a lot, but that doesn't mean he wasn't a great spokesman and a great representative of America, because he certainly was, because he was brilliant and articulate and just seemed calm and measured, and all those things are great. But the reality is this fucking country is bought and paid for by huge financial interests who would like us to go bomb places because they make bombs. They make weapons, and those weapons cost a fuckload of money, and they come up with all sorts of cute reasons why we should go fuck up Yemen. And
have you had Lindy Lee on your podcast?
No, but I was going to get to this point. But also, you have to have weapons because the rest of the world is fucked. So it's like you have to have this balanced perspective on this stuff. Mm-hmm. Like we don't want war. We should never want war. You should celebrate a president that his core idea is no more wars. Right. People are like, yeah, but he bombed Iran. Right? I think he had to. I think it was like one of these things with Israel where the negotiating.
It was an opportunity.
I'll bomb the site. I'll tell them to leave. Jesus Christ. Because, Israel's just bombing the shit out of Gaza. And they're like, they don't care about human shields. And they're like, fuck you. You attacked us. It's over. We're going to wipe you out. So this guy is, what he's done is, if it sticks. So here's the thing. Does it stick? I don't know. I mean, they've come to multiple peace agreements in the past.
Didn't Hamas murder literally 32 members of one family because they were collaborating, quote unquote, with Israel in the street? Did you see that? They shot him in the head.
They shot a few guys. I saw one video.
It was more than a few.
I only saw one where there was 3 guys they shot in front of everybody. Yeah. And they probably were. That's the thing. The Mossad and the IDF are brilliant. Right? Mm-hmm. The reason why they got all those pagers to those guys and then blew their dicks off is because they're fucking geniuses. Right? The reason why they invented Pegasus, the ability to just listen to your fucking phone, read all your text messages, get all your dick pics, all that stuff, because they're brilliant. And of course, they infiltrate every organization. Yeah. That's how they get all their information. They literally have a soldier that is so dedicated to Israel that they give their life to go pretend to be Hamas and probably even commit terror just so that they can be legit. And then that person will feed all the information to Israel.
That's right.
I mean, you have to have the people who love Israel want, like, you could be one of those people like, I hate Zionists, I hate Zionism, I hate what they've done. I get it. But what they are doing is the most black belt version of tribalism. The most black belt version.
Because
because they have to.
Well, because every threat for Israel is existential. One of the things I think the strength of Israel, it's a fascinating idea, because when Trump made a speech at the Knesset, Bibi Netanyahu was booed by a lot of Israelis, and Trump was hailed. And the point of that is that Israel is a democracy where they're constantly arguing with each other. There's constant debate. And your job, if you're prime minister or whatever, is always precarious, because there are people who are always going to be critical, and they'll be Israelis. Whereas there isn't this sort of monolithic sort of idea. Like the Knesset has... But the one thing that unifies Israelis, no matter what, they'll debate. You want to talk about the war in Gaza and how it was prosecuted? There's plenty of legitimate saying that you leveled the place. That's fine, but don't make one mistake. You fucking when they're threatened with their existence, you want to threaten the existence of Israel, they'll unify right quick, and they'll fucking blow up pagers. They got 1,000 ways to get to you. Because they have to.
The point is, they do infiltrate those organizations, and they do that. However...
Why were you smiling just now?
Because I just sent Jamie a funny meme.
Oh.
I'll send one. I'll show you one that's more offensive that we can't show on the air, but this one's one of my favorites.
Oh, I saw that. I think you sent that to me.
I did. It's so funny. This Israel be like, we took out Hamas.
Holy shit! We shouldn't be laughing, but that's fucking ridiculous,
bro. It's funny.
It is crazy.
It's fun. Listen, this is you want to live. You want to live your life. You can't decide what's funny.
You got to laugh.
That's funny. I'm not mocking anyone's death, and I think it's a terrible thing that it happened at all. But it's also this is the Charlie Kirk question. When Charlie Kirk was on Patrick Bet-David, it's like, why did it take so long for them to respond? Was there a stand down order? Was there people get all conspiratorial with stuff like that. And then things get real weird, because there is this thing that we don't want to believe, but we do know is true, that there are certain groups in this world that are very motivated to have a war. And no one wants to believe that. Everyone wants to believe the only reason to have a military is because we're the just, righteous, great country of the United States of America, and we don't do anything unless we're defending ourselves or defending some other democracy that's being destroyed by communism or whatever. Yeah. Right? We like to think that.
Yeah.
That's not totally real. And Smedley Butler figured that out in 1933 when he wrote War is a Racket. And that's still today. The idea that in 2025 that's not the case anymore, that would be very naive.
Right.
And it's not just America.
Right. They profit from instability.
They profit, and then Bill Clinton literally said that and this is Bill Clinton's words, Bibi Netanyahu wants there to be a war so he stays in power.
He said that?
Bill Clinton did recently. He's like, fuck it, I'm old. I'm going to start telling the truth.
Tell something.
By the way, I love getting my dick sucked. Can I tell you that's one of the number one reason why I became president? They all wanted to suck it. Everybody wanted to suck it once I was in that office.
They did.
So I fucked up, and I got one girl with a big mouth. She was a little young. I fucked up. I got crazy.
Left a spot on her dress.
But he was saying this, and I guess he was just saying, look, the Epstein files are coming out. Let me just fucking get real.